Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news all right. Browns fans, buckle up because what we're seeing right now is shaping up to be a pivotal moment for our team, especially at the quarterback position. If you've been following the Browns this season, you know it's been a bit of a roller coaster, with ups and downs, injuries, and some surprises along the way. But now, with the situation at QB heating up, there's a real chance for Cleveland to make a statement in the AFC North and set the tone for the rest of the season. And it all revolves around a young guy who's just stepping into the spotlight, Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur got his first taste of NFL action this past Sunday. It was a moment that Browns fans couldn't help but watch with a mix of anticipation and concern. The game was against the Baltimore Ravens, a tough opponent, and it started with our usual starter, Dillon Gabriel. But things took a turn early in the game when Gabriel suffered a concussion. That's when Sanders, the rookie, was thrown into the fire. Now let me tell you, stepping into an NFL game, especially under those circumstances, is no small feat. Shedeur entered the game amidst a lot of fanfare, with fans excited to see what the rookie could do. But as many of you saw, his first NFL snaps weren't exactly picture-perfect. He finished the game completing only 4 of 16 passes, with an interception thrown in there. Not the debut he or Browns fans were hoping for, but let's keep it real. It was his first real action in the league. Now, after that tough outing, Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski was quick to clarify that Dillon Gabriel would get his job back once he clears concussion protocol. That's the right call, no doubt. Gabriel has been our starting quarterback for most of the season, and Stefanski isn't about to just hand over the reins without seeing him fully healthy. But at the same time, Stefanski also admitted that there's a lot that needs to happen before Gabriel can get back on the field. That means we're in a bit of a holding pattern, and that's where Sanders' opportunity begins to take shape, according to a report from Mary Kay Cabot of Cleveland. The plan now is for Shedeur Sanders to get the start against the Las Vegas Raiders in Week 12. That's huge, Browns fans. Think about it, this is a rookie, thrown into the deep end, and now he's being given a real shot to lead the offense. And here's the kicker. This time around, Shedeur will have an entire week of practice with the starters. That's a game changer. Last week, he was thrown into action with limited reps and no real preparation. Now he gets to get comfortable, analyze the playbook, and build some chemistry with the guys around him. That extra week of practice could be exactly what he needs to start showing the Browns what he's really capable of. But let's rewind a little and look at the context here. Browns fans, we've seen some wild quarterback shuffles this season. After signing Joe Flacco and trading for Kenny Pickett, our quarterback room was looking pretty crowded. The Browns had 4 quarterbacks in training camp, Gabriel, Sanders, Flacco, and Pickett. But things changed quickly. Pickett was traded before the season even really got underway, and Flacco was shipped off to the Bengals mid-season to replace an underperforming Jake Browning. That left us with Gabriel as the clear starter, and Sanders as the backup, waiting for his turn. And for most of the year, Gabriel has been the guy under center. But let's be honest, Browns fans, we've been itching to see what Sanders can do when given a real shot. Now I know some of you might be wondering, why all the fuss about Sanders? Well, it's simple. He's young, he's talented, and he's got a lot of potential. The Browns took a gamble by drafting him in the spring, and even though he's been behind Gabriel so far, this is his moment to step up. It's not just about filling in for an injury, it's about showing that he deserves to be the future of Cleveland's quarterback room. And with a full week of practice under his belt, he's got a real shot to make that case. Plus, Browns fans, you know how much we love seeing young players develop and rise to the occasion. That's what makes this story so exciting. Looking ahead, the upcoming game against the Raiders is more than just another regular season matchup. It's a chance for Sanders to prove himself, to shake off the nerves, and to show everyone, especially the Browns brass and fans, that he can handle the pressure of NFL starting duty. And let's not forget, the Raiders aren't a pushover. They've got a pretty solid defense and some playmakers of their own. So Sanders will need to be sharp, make smart decisions, and give our offense a spark. If he can do that, Browns fans, we might be looking at a new chapter for our team's QB story. Now I want to talk a bit about the bigger picture here. Browns fans, this season has been a roller coaster, no doubt. We started with high hopes, especially after a solid offseason where we believed our team was ready to make a real push for the playoffs. But injuries, inconsistent play, and some tough losses have challenged us. Still, there's a lot of talent on this team. We've got a strong defense, a talented running game, and some reliable receivers. What we need now is consistent quarterback play, and that's where Shedeur Sanders could come in and change the game. Think about it. If Sanders can step up, show some growth, and lead the Browns to a couple of wins down the stretch, it could set up an exciting competition next season. Will Gabriel be the guy? Or will Sanders emerge as the new face of Cleveland's offense? That's the question hanging in the air. But for now, Browns fans, we've got to support our young guy. Every snap, every play is a chance for him to learn, grow, and maybe even surprise us all. And let's not forget the history of Cleveland football. We've always been a city that loves a good underdog story, a quarterback who rises from the shadows and leads us to glory. Whether it's Bernie Kosar, Tim Couch, or Baker Mayfield, we've seen players come through tough times and eventually become legends. Shedeur Sanders has that kind of potential. He's got the arm, the mindset, and the work ethic to succeed. It's just about getting the right opportunities and having the support of the fans and the coaching staff. With that said, Browns fans, I know we're all eager to see how this plays out. The next few weeks could define the future of our franchise's quarterback position. We're on the cusp of something exciting, and whether Sanders becomes the starter long-term or it's still Gabriel's team, one thing is for sure. The journey is just beginning, and I, for one, can't wait to see what Sanders does in Week 12 and beyond. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So Browns fans, as we gear up for the Raiders game, keep your eyes on Sanders. This young quarterback has a chance to make a statement, to show that he belongs in the NFL and that he's ready to step into a bigger role. It's a critical moment, not just for him, but for the entire team. Our defense is playing well, our running game is solid, and now it's about whether our rookie can lead us to victory and help us keep pushing towards that playoff spot. Cleveland has always been a city that believes in resilience and hard work, and Sanders embodies that spirit. He's got the talent. Now it's about applying it on the field. And let's be honest, Browns fans, there's a certain excitement in seeing a young guy get his shot. It's about hope about the future, and about believing that maybe, just maybe, this is the start of something special. We've seen other teams develop their quarterbacks over time, and now it's our turn to see if Sanders can be that guy for Cleveland. With the right guidance, some patience, and a little bit of that Browns spirit, I believe we're in for an interesting ride. Stay tuned, stay loud, and let's back our team every step of the way. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news.